I'm Giovanni Dela Rosa, a visual artist and son of the late Ibarra Dela Rosa. In today's episode of Cultural Cash Online, I'll be sharing more about one of his works in the CCP 21st Century Art Museum collection, titled The Garden, created in 1975. Who was Ibarra? In Alex Guillermo's word, Ibarra was genial and round-faced, with crescent of gold points adorning his left ear and a soul bead dangling from the other. On his ear, he wore 7 earrings, an artist's whimsy and mystical symbolism inspired by the idea that God made the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th day. Barefoot with worn denims and a wide hat, he would go out in search of inspiration outside the city of plain air where nature remains unspoiled. His diverse education was included courses in architecture, business administration, and drafting, and finally, a bachelor degree in fine arts, major in advertising from FEATI University in 1969, where he later taught. This variety of background had a beneficial effect on his skills as an artist. In 1980s and up to 1991, he taught at Philippine Women's University Fine Arts. He received 13 Artist Awards from CCP in 1972 and the Patnubay ng Sining at Kalinangan Award from City of Manila in 1982. Ibarra inspired the Ibarra School, made up of students and followers who emulate his style and use of color, many of whom are now making names for themselves. His art stemmed from a personal philosophy with no direct Filipino influence claim, yet remained inherently Filipino. He viewed painting as a record of the past that should convey a message. His interest in historical locations throughout the Philippines reflected his concern for his country's past. When he painted these places, his message was clear. We should not forget where we came from. Everything in nature, from the minute dirt to giant, formless boulders, holds a hidden beauty of its own. And the artist Ibarra had the power to transform these seemingly colorless elements of the earth into things of beauty that are joy forever. This message is powerfully conveyed in his Intramuros series from 1973, big canvases that were a mix of realism, pointillism, and impressionism. In 1974, he started his For Santiago series, although he has devoted his time depicting Paco Park, San Agustin Church, Chinese Garden in Rizal Park, and Bulacan series and Novaliches landscapes. All his works were characterized by the sensuousness of color that became his trademark. He also made prints, drawings, watercolors, acrylic, and oil painting in his Intramuros, For Santiago, and Binondo series. Some of them were created in plein air, also called on-the-spot painting, testifying to his dedication and his belief that an artist should utilize what he has learned. He began his rooftop series, employing broad brush strokes and masses of color. His rooftop paintings were done mostly on the spot at the rooftops of FEATI University, capturing 360-degree view, part by part, buildings, bridges, houses, and jeepneys. In his later years, from 1990s up to 1998, he wrote poems, delivered lectures, made sculpture bases, and painted Bulacan landscapes, and featured trees, flowers, lotuses, figures, and abstract compositions. Ibarra's legacy remains through his students and his artworks. He created works for the next generations that reminds us that we should not forget historical places in the Philippines and to appreciate nature. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Cultural Cash Online.